Hi everyone, my name is Irem Sepici. I'll be introducing my new YouTube channel and talking about myself a little bit so you'll get to know me better in this video. Let's get started. After my high school years, I graduated from Yeditepe University with an international relations and political science degree. I moved from Istanbul to Izmir right after I married my husband, to whom I've been married for 20 years now. A little after that, I started to work in the export department of our family company, Sepici Holding. At the end of the year I spent there, the dream of creating a big family, which was actually my biggest dream, started to come true, and I took my first daughter in my arms. About 22 months later, my second daughter was born, and I had the inexpressible happiness of raising them by myself during that period. I always felt like the luckiest person ever in that period, because I believe that I had taken the first and the most important steps perhaps to establish the strongest bond with my daughters. Besides, I grew up with them, and I can say that I actually discovered myself through their existence. I believe the adventure of motherhood provided a person an opportunity she may not be able to obtain throughout her life, and I felt fortunate to have that experience. Then in 2010, my third daughter was born, and I can say it was perhaps the most intentional pregnancy and motherhood adventure I've ever had. I knew very well what I wanted for myself and my children. I realized my journey and what I wanted to do for my career. And the rest of the story was too good to be true for me, because I met Filiz Üstel, my dear friend and mentor, while looking for a preschool for my youngest daughter. I'm saying she was my mentor because, first of all, we established my first and her fourth school branch together with her. When Küçük Kulüp Preschool came into my life, I learned incredible things with Filiz and her mentorship for about 1.5 years, since I had no experience or training with child development or education then. Later, I took on the responsibilities of being the co-founder and the director of my own school for 5 years. Of course, in that process, I worked really hard to prove myself, first of all, to myself, and then to be a light and lead the way to my incredible team. Afterwards, I found myself on a very, very different adventure. About 6 years ago, we made a very sudden decision to move to California with my whole family due to my husband's business. However, I never assumed that was an end for my career, of course, because, in other words, I didn't really remember what it was to stop. I decided to get back into the kitchen of the job, and I worked for 5 years and went to school for an associate's degree in early childhood development and administration. In this process, I started to teach in a lab school at the college I attended for the early childhood programs. They were also training student teachers, besides serving as a kindergarten for the faculty members' children, as well as the community. After working there for 1.5 years, I started working full-time at Monarch Preschool with a play-based and fully outdoor curriculum, where I grew a lot in a different culture with incredible professionals. While going through all these processes, I felt I needed the robust motivation, because I began my career as a manager in this field and thought I should carry on a greater mission through professionalism. With all these thoughts, I started organizational leadership and learning graduate program at Pepperdine University 1.5 years ago. And this program has given me more satisfaction than I expected, and it still does, because I experienced that there is really no age to learn. I am 42 years old now, and today I realize that I can analyze all this information much better, and I'm more enthusiastic than ever to bring it to life. That's precisely why I wanted to shoot this video you're watching today and share all these processes with you. Valuable educators, parents, and maybe even platforms I can't imagine today. The following videos will have weekly content, and I'll be sharing mainly play-based educational content adapted or inspired by the Reggio Emilia education philosophy. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the following videos. Bye!